psychology class, I decided to do my project, my heroic imagination project, on something that I think is very, very common. And being in the position that these people are in, I think that a lot of times they feel the need to downplay their heroism, but I honestly think, in my opinion, they're some of the biggest heroes in the world. I'm talking about our armed forces. We have a lot of airmen, soldiers, Marines, sailors, Coast Guard, and these people are all heroes. They gave up their lives, their civilian lives, and adapted and adjusted and learned military lifestyle, military rules, and all of that stuff. And being a veteran myself, I know a lot of times when we have someone call us heroes, we're like, no, 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 it's just something that I do. Because I think for us, we just don't realize the impact that we have. It's really hard to see it when you're in there doing it all of the time. But it really is, like, to me, it's the biggest sacrifice that you could ever make for other people, because really that's what you're doing. You're giving up your life in order to defend the freedom of billions of other people. So for me, I think that's the biggest example of heroism that there is. And like I said, I know that a lot of active duty members would never be caught dead hearing them refer to themselves as heroes, but they really are. And something else that I found really interesting too is reading through chapter 9 and talking about kind of the compliance and the different ways that people comply with things. I think that a lot of these tools, such as the foot in the door technique, a lot of that is used when military recruiters are looking for individuals to join the armed forces. The foot in the door technique, they give you a very small request up front, and it turns into a much larger request because you don't realize kind of what you're giving up. So they give you this small request of 4 years of your life or 6 years of your life, and requests to, run a little bit more or get a little bit more in shape. But really, it leads to a larger request because then you're taking on responsibility, and they can never quite tell you from the get-go exactly how much you're going to be changing and giving up and altering, and you don't really know until you get in it. And it's just really hard to say, you're going to give us 4 years, but these 4 years are going to be this, this, and this. My first 4 years in the military, I thought that it was going to be super easy, but then I had to learn my job, and I had to test on my job, and then I had to work with other people, and then I had to learn different jobs, and then I had to augment out as a police officer for 3 months. So there's definitely, I feel like the small request is asking you to join, and then behind that they followed up with a large request of all of these other things that kind of play into it. And I guess to me that just seems like a much larger request in the grand scheme of things. I think for sure though, recruiters do use the "that's not all" technique, because they are kind of like used car salesmen in a way. They're trying to give you all of these benefits and stuff to join the armed forces. And it's not that any of them are wrong, because a lot of them definitely are the benefits and the things that you're going to get from joining the military. But a lot of times too, they fail to tell you about kind of the negative aspects of it and some of the harder things, because they don't want you to change your mind from the beginning. So, with the "that's not all" technique, they're giving you all of these things before you even say yes. So you'll get to go to basic, and you'll get to earn money while you're in basic, and then you'll get to learn a technical trade that you can use outside of the military, and then you'll get all of these special things that'll happen. For some career fields, it's a bonus. A lot of times it's just the guarantee of the job that you want. So I feel like that is definitely also a technique that they will use very, very often to get people to sign the military contracts, which, I mean, it works. It definitely works. And I think just in general, the heroism in the military aspect, it's not just them giving up their lives to serve other people, but we also have military members that actually go to active war zones. And that's definitely, I think, undoubtedly the biggest thing that anyone could do, is put their lives on the line for other people, for people they don't even know, their family members, their friends, strangers, everyone in the United States. They're basically putting up their life for all of these people that they don't even know. And to me, like I said, that's just the biggest thing that you could do to show that you're a hero, is put yourself in second place compared to other people. To put other people's lives, needs, safety, security, happiness, well-being, all of that before you is just, to me, a really big sacrifice, and to me that's what makes a hero. A lot of the police officers as well, EMTs, they will go for hours without eating because they're working. They will go through rigorous training. They will put themselves in harm's way to save somebody else. So I think really anyone of that kind of, and that's not to say that there isn't other people that would be considered heroes as well, but to me that's what makes a hero, when you're putting yourself second to other people's needs and other people that you may not even know. And it's the same thing, it could be something as small as stopping to help someone change a tire. If they blow out a tire on the highway and you're the first person to stop, you're putting your needs second to somebody else. So I guess in a way you can be a hero on a big scale or on a small scale. Something as small as helping someone change their tire, paying for their lunch because they don't have enough money, giving food to a homeless person, or even money if you can. You're essentially displacing your needs for somebody else. And to me, that really is what makes a hero. I hope it was informative and giving you kind of my aspect on heroism. And thank you for listening.